In the wealthy household of Motsi Emeka, laughter and pride filled every corner except one. He had 6 children, 4 girls and 2 boys, each adored in their own way, each celebrated. Except the last child. Her name was Dumebi. Dumebi came into the world like every other child, small, soft, and full of promise. But shortly after her first birthday, something began to change. Her body started to grow in ways no one could explain. It wasn't the healthy fullness of a well-fed child, it was excessive, unusual, and relentless. No matter how little she ate, the weight kept adding, quietly and steadily, like a burden she never asked for. At first, her parents dismissed it. She will outgrow it, they said. But she didn't. By the time Dumebi reached primary school, she looked older than her age, bigger, heavier, different. Children stared. Adults whispered. And at home, the place meant to be her refuge, things slowly turned cold. Her father, Motsi Emeka, could not stand the sight of her. Whenever she entered a room, his face hardened. His voice would rise like thunder, commanding her to leave his presence. It wasn't just disappointment, it was rejection. Pure and sharp. Her siblings followed his lead. They avoided her, as though her condition was contagious, as though standing too close to her might somehow change them too. Dumebi grew up in a house full of people, yet lived a life of quiet isolation. Her mother tried, at least in the beginning. She took Dumebi to different hospitals, hoping for answers. Doctors ran tests, prescribed medications, and offered reassurances that never brought comfort. Her weight is normal, they said, but nothing about it felt normal. Dumebi learned early to swallow her pain. Secondary school was worse. Much worse. There, the world outside her home showed her no mercy either. Her uniform had to be specially made. Her skirt was always the largest. Her presence drew attention she never wanted. The laughter, the whispers, the mocking glances, they followed her everywhere. Every day, she returned home with tears she tried to hide. But her mother saw them. Sometimes she would comfort her, whispering that things would get better. Other times, even she would lose patience, asking questions Dumebi herself had no answers to. Still, Dumebi endured. Against all odds, she excelled in her studies. Her mind was sharp, her determination stronger than the weight she carried. She graduated from the university with flying colors and proceeded to the NYSC. Even there, her body spoke before she could. At the camp, officials hesitated to register her. Her size made them unsure. Other corps members stared, whispered, judged. But after much pleading, she was allowed in. Given a small corner space and a bunk that barely accommodated her, Dumebi chose gratitude over bitterness. For once, she allowed herself to feel a little joy. She completed her service year successfully, but reality was waiting. Finding a job proved nearly impossible. Doors closed before they even opened. Meanwhile, her siblings moved forward with their lives, careers, marriages, beautiful appearances that society easily embraced. Dumebi stayed behind. Her nights became heavier than her body. She cried silently into her pillow, asking God questions that echoed into emptiness. What did I do wrong? Why me? Her body began to change again, but this time, painfully. Her legs started swelling. Walking became difficult. From limping, it worsened into something more troubling. Even stepping outside became a battle she often lost before trying. She withdrew completely. Days turned into weeks of staying indoors, watching life happen through a screen. Videos of women losing weight played endlessly before her eyes, dreams she could not reach. Then came the diagnosis. After persistent pain, she returned to the hospital. This time, the truth revealed itself: she had a serious heart condition, something she had unknowingly carried since birth. The world went silent. Dumebi sat alone behind the hospital building, her tears flowing freely. She was tired of fighting, tired of hoping. In that moment, she wished for everything to end. And then, someone spoke. A stranger. He didn't stare. He didn't judge. He simply sat beside her and listened. His words were gentle, steady, like someone who saw her beyond her body. For the first time, Dumebi felt seen. Through him, a door opened. He helped her secure a remote job, something she could do from home. Slowly, her life began to shift. Work gave her purpose. Purpose gave her strength. She focused. Day and night, she worked. She saved every penny. She ignored the noise of her past and built something new in silence. And one night, without telling anyone, Dumebi left. She wrote a letter, placed it on the dining table, packed her bags, and disappeared into a future her family never imagined for her. With time, discipline, and proper treatment abroad, her health improved. Her body transformed, not into perfection, but into strength. Her limb faded. Her confidence grew. Years passed. Life moved on. Until one day, during Motsi Emeka's 50th birthday celebration, a white Range Rover drove into the compound. All eyes turned. A woman stepped out. Elegant. Confident. Radiant. She looked familiar, yet different. It was Dumebi. But not the Dumebi they knew. She walked with grace, her body balanced, her presence commanding attention not because of her size, but because of her strength. She had become a woman shaped not by acceptance, but by survival. When she took the microphone, the crowd fell silent. "I am the daughter of the man you celebrate today," she said. Shock spread across faces. She told her story, not with anger, but with truth. She spoke of rejection, of pain, of being unseen. She spoke of her journey, her growth, her success. Then she said something that lingered in the air long after. Not having love does not stop you from becoming who you are meant to be. She handed her parents a check, a gift, not of obligation, but of closure. And without waiting for apologies, without turning back, Dumebi walked away. Her parents wept. Her siblings stood frozen. But Dumebi didn't look back. She drove away, not out of bitterness, but out of freedom. And that was the last they ever saw of her. Dumebi's story is not just about being plus-sized. It is about being overlooked, underestimated, and still rising. It is a reminder that your circumstances, your body, your background, your struggles, do not define your ending. Sometimes, the life you are meant to live begins the moment you choose to leave what tried to break you.